Hey everybody, it's Chris and Ryan, sitting on a brand new, like 5-person couch. So, we're here to answer subscriber questions. It's really all the intro you need. Alright, Dark Stardust Dragon asks, what are your thoughts about the new TMNT Nick cartoons, if you've seen it? If not, what's your favorite animated series? I actually haven't seen the new animated cartoon, as opposed to the live-action cartoon. I did remember watching the older show, but I have very few memories. I was never a big turtle guy. That was more Colby Speed. Certain turtles, anyways. I did like the old live-action, like, what was it, like 90s, 80s movie? It was like early 90s movie. That was hilarious. As far as favorite animated series, I was really big on Teen Titans when I was a kid. Teen Titans Animaniacs was really big for me. Recent animation, probably Avatar. Or Futurama. Futurama might actually be my biggest.
Yeah, I think Futurama definitely holds one of the strongest places in my heart. But if we're going for maybe something more youthful, I think Fairly Odd Parents, Until It Went to Hell, definitely has influenced me as a person and through life.
Fairly Odd Parents changed me. That's SpongeBob. Yeah, early Fairly Odd Parents and SpongeBob was really freaking good and still holds up to this day. New stuff, not so much.
Yeah.
Puddin' Puddin' asks, do you plan on doing any more stand-ups?
Puddin' Puddin'.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually am doing more stand-ups. I've done 2 more since the first one I uploaded. The second one I still have private. I'm trying to decide if I want to make it public or not. The third one was uploaded and it's public. You guys have seen that. And I actually just booked a 4th show that's going to be on the 29th of this month. So I'm going to be doing all new material for that one as well. So we'll see how that goes.
And I plan on being a loyal, dedicated audience member.
Banana milkshake mix.
That sounds horrible.
I have a lot of really edible subscribers. I know it's not your thing anymore, but any recent SSB4 ideas or thoughts? Okay, yeah. The reason I haven't been doing Smash Talks is because there's nothing to talk about, I feel like, with them actually giving us information. And so I guess this will be like kind of just my update on how I feel. It's honestly looking like I don't think we're really going to have any cuts anymore. And I also don't know if we're going to be getting nearly as many new characters in existing franchises as we thought we were initially. You know, before we were thinking, oh, we'll get, 1 new character in all the franchises. I don't know anymore. Because, as it goes on, like adding Wii Fit Trainer and Animal Crossing Villager, which are 2 new franchises that were not really highly requested. Animal Crossing a bit more than Wii Fit, obviously, but it's not like, Little Mac or Takamaru or any of the other franchises that people have actually been asking to see. I wouldn't be surprised, and I'd actually be kind of happy, if we just saw mostly new franchises being represented. Because we already have basically all the main characters. You can add... Goddamn flies. You can add Toad or Rosalina or Paper Mario to the Mario franchise, but it's not going to, add anything incredibly vital the way that having Bowser or Peach or Luigi did, Same with Zelda. You can add Vaati, you can add Tingle, you can add Tetra. There's so many characters you can add that would be good, but there's not really any that the game would be sorely missing if it didn't have. So if we actually ended up seeing just 10 completely new franchises, and maybe a couple characters to franchises that are missing, stuff like Ridley or K. Rool or whatever, characters that are actually big in their franchise, I wouldn't miss that if we just if we got Shulk or anybody else from Xenoblade that I think would be more fun to play as. If we actually got a Xenoblade rep and Little Mac and Golden Sun and Custom Robo, and just if we got 10 new franchises, that'd be pretty awesome. That's kind of what I'm hoping for right now.
I don't think we'll be looking at seeing a Custom Robo character, but I friggin' love Custom Robo.
If we did, though,
I would freak out.
It's definitely lower down on the list, but if they went that deep in terms of getting new characters, I would be ecstatic. Pro Tom, can you do a barrel roll? Didn't you ask me this question the last time I had a subscriber special?
Yeah, what the hell?
Dude, come on. I already did that.
It's 2013. You
Yeah.
don't get it.
But in celebration of 100,000 subscribers. Sergi Anime says, do a frame-for-frame remake of Magic Mike. I haven't really seen the movie, but here's what I think is a pretty good attempt.
Who are you?
I'm Yachrid, the Jewish giant.
But you look like the size of a normal person.
Pretty giant for a Jew.
What are you doing in my house?
You're a stripper, Harry. This is Mike.
Ronan Theseus says, Mufasa for SSB4?
Hell yeah.
I feel like we should do some kind of reference for this. We have the
Yeah.
Lion King thing back there.
Hell yeah.
Can you feel the brawl tonight?
No.
I will whoop your ass. Thanks for the question. Dedicated Specialist
Okay.
asks, is a posteriori, or a posterion, no, that's posteriori. Okay, is a posteriori a single word spelled with a space, or merely a two-word phrase with several different meanings? Additionally, if it is a phrase instead of a single word, then what purpose does the A serve?
I don't know where you thought we were the appropriate people to answer this question.
Kaj Harvey says, if Metal Gear Yarn were to exist, would you buy it and play it, and do you think you would like it? Yes. Oh my god, that would be hilarious. I'm not a guy who, thinks that we need to stick to the roots of the series. If they did, a spin-off game, and they were just like, let's just have fun and just make Snake Yarn, I'd be into that, as long as the gameplay's solid, whatever. You know?
For some reason, this makes me think of a Metal Gear Solid Katamari Damacy fusion.
Oh my god.
I was thinking of rolling yarn, and then I was like,
Snake.
Snake.
We need to roll up all the enemies. Colonel.
This is the worst job I've ever done.
Metal Gear Crochet. Master Miller. Master Knitter. I don't know enough about knitting, dude. I need to get into that. Ryan Gurman asks, if I was a turtle, what type of dolphins would I be pimping? Ryan Gurman responds,
I asked you this question, asshole.
Stelio78910 says, why didn't Pizza Dude answer your question? Because he doesn't like me anymore. He got other friends. Don't like me. He also asks, thoughts on your performance in Lagfest 2? I did aggressively mediocre, just like I expected. Right in the middle. Top 5 Wii games? Oh, okay. I wish I had played games like No More Heroes by now, so that I could give judgment on that. But my top 5 right now, Super Smash Bros. Brawl, obviously, Pandora's Tower, Xenoblade, Little King's Story, and dude, I don't know, that top 5 spot. The 5th is probably either Last Story, Skyward Sword, or Super Mario Galaxy. I wish I could be better for this, but I'm just completely spacing on anything that would take that top 5 spot. I'm not
My
good at
top 5
countdowns.
is Xenoblade, 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 and Xenoblade.
Is that all you've played on the Wii so far?
No.
Oh, okay. I know you just beast moded it, but yeah. Xenoblade is freaking good, dude. Stelios asks again, and to all, including Ryan and especially Colby, what is best cereal? Apple Jacks. best cereal is Apple Jacks. Ryan has his own opinions, but he's wrong.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
No, we're gonna get sued. We're gonna get sued. As we have Lion King in the background, and Cars 2.
And a bunch of games.
All these chances for Disney to sue us. Colby likes. What did he like?
Dicks.
Colby
I don't
likes
know.
Dix the cereal. Trailmix Blazer says, will you be getting a PS4 or Xbox One at some point? If so, which one will you get first, and when do you think you'll get it? I'm totally leaning more towards the PS4 than the Xbox One, just because all that really matters to me is the games, and Sony makes good games. Xbox is finally getting exclusives, aside from Halo, which I think is aggressively okay, and I've never really been into it. Even though I've played like everyone in the series, so don't say it's just because I haven't played it. I just don't think they're that good. PS4, I'm pretty sure we're going to get one
You
by
just
time...
unleashed a cave of trolls, my man.
I don't care.
Just
Pretty sure we're gonna get one. I won't notice the comments anyways.
unleash the trolls.
I'm not gonna see their comments
yeah,
anyways
Google
because
Plus
I'm gonna have to go through
changed it,
Google
so
Plus.
now-
I don't even.
Now there's this like cartoon guy named Bob who's like on the comments for every video, like bring back the old YouTube.
Bob is
comments."
waging war against YouTube. Yeah, PS4.
Bob,
we gotta
you're
get
just
it.
making it worse.
We gotta
Go
get it by
away.
the time Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out. There's just more games I'm looking forward to on the PS4. Metal Gear Solid, I'm used to playing on the PlayStation consoles, and it is gonna have that extra mission, which isn't a huge deal to me, but I guess it's something. I don't know. I've just been more of a Sony player, and they do still have, even though they've lost Kingdom Hearts and Metal Gear Solid and Final Fantasy like exclusivity recently, they still have exclusives that I care about more than Xbox does. Xbox had, there's one game on the Xbox One that I'm actually excited about, and that's Sunrise Overdrive. That looks cool. I'm probably just excited for it because it's from Insomniac. They make interesting work. Actually, the work's kind of gone down recently, but it looks super stylized and super funny. I will probably have all three at some point. PlayStation's the priority, though. Zero Yams says,
Thoughts on Minecraft?
Thoughts on Minecraft? I like it. I've never really gotten into it because it's a game that I totally have to just completely sink time into. And recently, my gaming has been stuff that I can play for like an hour and then just like leave it. And Minecraft, you can do that, but everything's so long term, and I've just never been like I've never been like an isolated gamer. Like I've never been like I want to play a world where I'm basically just out by myself. It's just never really been my style. I can get into it sometimes. I like playing it with other people more. I should probably make some friends that have Minecraft so I can play it with them. But I'm a little bit lazy. I've had so many other games I've been playing. Like I just got into Steam, so I've been playing a lot of PC games. Yeah, Minecraft, good game. Not incredibly my style, but it's well made enough that I can still enjoy it. The Andersius. Thoughts on the video game industry as a whole? Oh boy. Okay, I've been thinking about how to play this, how to get this like quickly, and I think the biggest thing I can say is the Japanese and American markets are incredibly different, and I find myself constantly siding with the Japanese side and not really understanding the American side. People say things a lot like, getting these weird contradictions. People keep saying that the same games keep getting made over and over again and complaining about it, but then when the Wii U comes out, everybody says they're not interested in the games they're making for it because they don't know if they'll like them, and they're too different and weird and such. Games like The Wonderful 101 get knocked down when it's a fantastic game. It's just really challenging and differently made. Same with Sonic Lost World. I think it's weird that people knock the Wii U so badly, say it had a terrible launch, say it was too expensive, didn't have enough games at launch, and the games weren't good enough. But then the PS4 rolls around and sells over 1 million copies in a day, and everybody's talking great about it. But it was more expensive, had less games at launch, and the games at launch were lower reviewed than the other ones. It's just interesting to me. Like, people have like this skewed idea, and I think most of it's the media. And then Jackal experienced technical difficulties, and his video cut out. So, getting back on topic, Sony's a Japanese company that has a very American attitude and approach towards its marketing, especially. And I think that's what's driven its success here. And of course, the Xbox is completely American marketing. What's interesting is that in the American market now, the target demographic isn't actually gamers. the games that sell the most, the games that everybody tries to make now, the Call of Duties, the Halos, those go to people who never buy anything else and never actually experience other games. You know, it doesn't go to gamers. It goes to those college guys who will drop $300 for a system just to play shooters online with their friends. Which is a really bizarre concept to me. I don't understand how you can't at least try to appreciate other things. But the PS4 just launched, and you know, Call of Duty Ghosts just came out, and I'm watching Facebook. All these people who like have no appreciation for games, have no interest in games outside of shooters, who are talking about it, and it's just weird. And I feel like that's why Nintendo's getting such a bad rap, is because they're actually making these like experiences, and they don't sell as well as other games here, so everybody thinks they're failing. And it's really just that they're only targeting the people who actually play games. So, I don't know. I feel like the media is really bad now, honestly. I feel like sites like Game Informer are becoming less and less trustworthy. I feel like they're relying more on accessibility. If the game is hard, they won't really give it a chance anymore unless it's selling itself on being hard, like Dark Souls or Demon Souls, where being hard is the whole point. It's just they're very clearly there to kind of, you know, stroke the mainstream, and it stinks. There's still some good sites out there. Destructoid does a fairly good job most of the time. Jim Sterling, I hated him at first, but as things have gone on, I've actually found that when it comes, even though he's really critical of the industry, I find that he's actually usually critical of it in interesting areas, or he's usually critical of the industry in ways that make sense and actually have a lot of insight. If you're going to listen to anybody who rants on the internet about video games, actually go watch Jim Sterling. I've actually found his videos to be really insightful. Katie Calamity asks, I have a question for you. Why are you so cute?
Oh, me?
Everybody always picks up Ryan. I want to be the hot one for once. To answer the question, I'm cute because I have the body of a 14-year-old.
I've got the body of a 15-year-old.
Ryan's slightly older than me. Actually, you're younger than me, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, you're younger than me. Whatever. Mr. Game and Pichu asks a series of questions that are asked to me, Colby, and Ryan, and I guess Tristan and Miles, if we get their asses over. We'll see. Everybody, what's one of your favorite movies? My favorite movies are probably either The Mask. I don't know. I'm really big on The Mask. Jeff Who Lives at Home is a recent favorite of mine. The Life Aquatic, featuring or The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. Really big one for me. Other than that, I don't really develop like favorites in movies. I just get like a lot of movies that I really like.
I agree with that. It's very hard for me to pick out a favorite, especially when someone asks you what your favorite is. Suddenly you get in that position where it's like, what? I've never watched a movie before.
How do I defend this movie over all the other ones?
Yeah. I've got a lot of movies I like. I've never had that one movie that I watch continuously more than every other movie.
Also a big Wayne's World fan. I watched it like 5 times in 1 week once. I just could not stop watching Wayne's World.
I don't know. I feel like I'm very Monty Python obsessed, so
I love
you
Monty
give
Python.
me any Monty Python movie, and that's definitely going to be up there for me.
I love Monty Python. Favorite game genre? Whew.
RPG.
I'm also an RPG nut. Our shelf is half RPGs. I'm also a strategy game kind of guy. Like I'm big on Fire Emblem. Strategy in like all kinds, both take turn and real time strategy. Any game that has like an element of strategy, I can get like really into for the most part. I also get into like a lot of action games though. There are games that I like in every genre. There's like no genre that I don't like, honestly. But I tend to lean towards RPGs and strategy games.
RPGs and platformers for me.
Platformers are cool.
I'm a big Final Fantasy buff.
Yeah, he's Final Fantasy way more than I am.
I've pretty much finished every single one, minus 13.2, which I'm attempting to finish right now. It's mind-numbing. It's not difficult, it's mind-numbing.
I'm going to go ahead and announce this now. We're gonna do a number of Final Fantasies when I do Jack All About Gaming. That'll be next year though, because I have the next 4 episodes actually planned out. But we're gonna do like Final Fantasy VI versus Final Fantasy VII. We're gonna do 10 versus 10-2. We're gonna do the 13 series just as a whole. We're like killing ourselves for you guys.
We'll see how
with
Lightning
these-
Returns does before we start that one.
It's a very different game, so it's gonna be an experience. What type of acting role would be your ideal role? Oh god, I've played so many different things. As far as ideal role, I've really wanted to play kind of like just a Ferris Bueller type character, like in terms of like a real grounded character. Like that's the one that I like really. If I were gonna play like any just like teen role, any kind of just like teen character, like stereotypical like teen character, I'd want to be the Ferris Bueller character, which I haven't really gotten a chance to do yet. As far as comedy, I'm tired of playing like the. I'm not tired, but like I typically play like the kid who has like a bad, like in dramas. I typically play the kid with like a bad family life, like a dead parent, who like doesn't talk much and has like this internal turmoil and stuff. Yeah, it's like something else. I'd like to play a villain, like a super villain, a well-written villain. I've played a villain once. It did not go well. How about you?
Awkward Jewish kid.
Okay, like is that actually what you want to play?
No, that's what I'm usually playing. That's what I do like playing the awkward Jewish kid. It's a very fun role. I'd have to say if I could, change my image and be able to play anything, I would definitely like to play a lot darker of characters. A lot more villains, a lot more crazy people. But, we'll see. If I grow into a different person, I feel like I'll be more suited for that. But, as a younger person, I'm more suited for those awkward and a little bit weird characters.
As far as existing characters go, in theater, I'd love to play Seymour from Little Shop of Horrors. I'd love to play that or the dentist from Little Shop of Horrors.
I would love to do the dentist.
Or I'd love to be Bloom, like Leo Bloom in The Producers, or the director, or the director's assistant, or the Nazi.
If I could do a show like The Producers, or a show like Spam-A-Lot,
Spam-A-Lot. Anything in Spam-A-Lot.
that would just make me happy for life.
I'd love to play Leaf Coney Bear in 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. I'd love to play... There's a lot of like plays that aren't that well known. From Up Here, I'd love to do From Up Here. I'm actually probably going to produce it with Max, so I can be in it. Yeah.
I think the dream for me acting-wise is to get a funny character on a sitcom that lasts a very, very long time.
Yeah, sitcom would be fun. Mr. Gaming Pichu also asks, when is Co-op Sonic Colors coming out?
I don't fucking know.
Alright guys, thanks for the questions. Go ahead and ask a bunch more. We'll do them again when we get a significant amount. Yeah, this has been fun. I hope this has been worth your while. We'll see you next time.
And we'll continue being cute.
Now